Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Glad to have you guys here as always. We have a big event going on. This is Reinforcements Received Rocket Storm. We're going to be able to get not one, not two, not three, but 4 new squads in Enlisted. All radio operators that are capable of calling in rocket artillery, along with tons of other goodies such as a bunch of silver, some gold weapon orders, some portraits, things like that. So it is the normal format that they've been doing for quite some time now. 20,000 battle score every 2 days. Gets you a single tick on this tree here, or this track, I suppose. And after you get a certain amount of those, you unlock something. So the rewards are going to be at 4, Japan's going to get one, 7, the USA is going to get it, 11, the Soviets, and then 14, the Germans. And then additionally, every reward you unlock also gets you one of these nice little bonuses. So it's a good way, as always, to get, gold weapon orders, some of these squads, some bonus silver, things like that. On top of all of this, this does go from June 24th to July 26th. So that does start today. If you're watching this video when it comes out, it starts today. Get your 20,000 in, and goes all the way up, like I said, to July 26th. And I believe you're able to miss 4 days and still not get anything. But also keep in mind that the factions that don't have these radio operator squads are also the factions that get them initially. So if you bought the pre-order bundle and you already have the Soviets and you already have the Germans for the radio operator squads, the premiums, then you don't really care too much, in my opinion, of getting these. Now, these squads are able to be armed and equipped with anything that you guys want them to be. You can equip them with anything, it doesn't matter. So they can be any battle rating, any set of weapons, anything like that. So that's nice. They also do come with an engineer, so then you can always build stuff. So that's all. It's all nice. It's a good event. Like I think it's great that they're doing 4 squads, so every faction gets one. I think it's cool that they did Japan and the US at the beginning, because like me, I might not want to grind all of this out, but I already have the Soviets and I already have the Germans because I have those premium squads, so I don't really care as much. And yeah, I'll be able to use them if I do end up getting them, because I can change the BR a lot easier, although you can't actually change the BR of the new ones, or of the premiums, so it doesn't matter too much. But nevertheless, it's still kind of a nice thing, right? It's cool. I'm glad they did it that way. It's a good event overall. Now, all that being said, yeah, here's the big but. You knew there was a but coming. The thing that bugs me about this event is the fact that if we're getting one of each of these, doesn't that kind of just prove these could be tech tree? Right? Like that's what jumped out to me, where I was like, okay, well, if you're adding one of each faction and they're all radio operators that we can equip and arm however we want, isn't that just a tech tree squad? But then it's not, and it's an event squad. So like future players, if they start playing after July 26th, or honestly, like June 30th, won't be able to get, like this German squad, or like any of the squads if they start playing after July 26th. So like, what are they gonna do? Which then got me thinking like that, and that's a common complaint. That's one of my big complaints about this game, is that a lot of times they come up with these cool mechanics like napalm or radio operators or paratroopers and things like that, and they lock them to events. So like if a new player just started playing today, they can't use paratroopers, right? You have to buy paratroopers. You can't just get them for free, which I think is really lame. And the same goes for what will become of these radio operators. And no, paratroopers aren't necessarily overpowered. No, rocket artillery is not necessarily overpowered or pay to win or anything like that, but it's still a cool mechanic, and I feel like everyone should have access to it, right? I don't know. That's how I feel. And so here's what I would recommend, and I'm just going to throw that out there. The devs can take this or leave this. I prefer you take it, but, your choice. How come we don't just do an event or a thing where, like, we do this cool event, and then next major update, right? The next major update in like 3 months or whatever, you just take these exact squads and then you add them to the tech tree. I don't know how feasible that is within the code of the game. Maybe that's not possible. And if that's the case, then you can ignore this. But couldn't we do something like that? couldn't we do something where like right now, actually I do think that, no, I guess it might not be possible. Anyway, but like, why don't we do something like that? Because then it's like, okay, well, if you do the event, then awesome. You get these right now. You get them before the next major update, which is going to be like 3-4 months away anyway, right? So you get them for that time. You get them without having to like grind or pay for them with silver, and then you're also getting silver, right? So you're kind of getting paid to get them in a way, right? But then also next update, new players get to use them, right? Like in the future, new players still have access to this stuff. They just have to grind for it. They just have to pay silver for it, right? Just like we normally would, but they can still get it. Right, so, and I feel like that makes everybody happy. Maybe it doesn't make the devs happy because they want to make money, and that's shitty in my opinion. But okay. But I think that still makes the event worthwhile. It's still fun to grind the event. It's still worth grinding the event because you save a bunch of silver and time, and you get to use it beforehand. Right? I don't know. That seems like a really good option to me. But again, maybe it's not feasible in the way that Enlisted is coded, or at least it's not feasible with how they've done these squads. But like in the future, if that is possible, I think that would be a really good way to kind of fix both sides of this problem. And I think that would just be a good way of letting future free-to-play players actually use these mechanics, which they can't right now, you know? Okay, that's my shtick. That's my thing. I know a lot of people are really happy about this. And again, guys, I want to be super clear. I do think this event is great. I think that this is one of the better events they've done. Like I said, I think having all 4 is a great call. I think having them be able to be completely adjustable BR-wise is a great call. I think having Japan and USA first is a great call. So, you know, it's a great event. I think they did a lot right with this thing. I'm just personally annoyed and have been annoyed with a lot of these mechanics added to Enlisted that are kind of locked behind a paywall or locked behind these events to where future players aren't able to access them. And I think that's kind of lame, right? And it's like not good development from a dev side because, like, you know, what if you're the developer who worked on Rocket Artillery or worked on making these and then like future players don't get access to them? Isn't that just kind of like a waste of time in a way? In my opinion, it totally is. I have a, degree in game design as a producer, and my job was kind of not wasting time. And I kind of think this is a waste of time to spend dev time on something that so few people are going to see. But again, maybe it's not possible. I don't know the inner workings of Darkflow, and if that's the case, then all right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know your guys' thoughts on my idea and, of course, on this event down below. I'm sure the devs would be happy to hear and to see some of your guys' feedback regarding the event. I do know they check it out, and I know that helpers definitely check stuff out. So leave your feedback down below. And while you're there, like and subscribe. Make sure you guys are notified. Hit the bell. That's what YouTubers say, right? Hit the bell button. Ring that bell. Fucking ring that bell. All right, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Take it easy.